गुरु के चरणों में सारा संसार, शिव की महिमा जग का आधार। पुकारे मन से भक्ति की धारा, नित्यानंद के संग सत्य का सहारा। ओम नमः शिवाय जपते हर पल, शिव की लीला अनोखा है खेल। मीनाक्षी संग दिव्यता की झल, गुरु के संग जग सारा चमक। पुराणों की कथाएं हर श्लोक में प्रकाश, शिव का तांडव ब्रह्मांड का वास। गंगा की धारा गुरु का उपदेश, नित्यानंद का प्रेम सब कुछ विशेष। हर महादेव गूंजे गगन, शिव की शक्ति अद्भुत है अगन। भक्ति का सागर लहरों का नाद, गुरु की कृपा से मिटे हर विवाद। गुरु की कृपा से मिटे हर विवाद। ओम नमः शिवाय जपते हैं पल, शिव की लीला अनोखा है खेल। मीनाक्षी संग दिव्यता की झल, गुरु के संग जग सारा चमक। पुराणों की कथाएं हर श्लोक में प्रकाश, शिव का तांडव ब्रह्मांड वास। गंगा की धारा गुरु का उपदेश, नित्यानंद का प्रेम सब कुछ विशेष। हर हर महादेव गूंजे ये गगन, शिव की शक्ति अद्भुत है अगन। भक्ति का सागर लहरों का नाद, गुरु की कृपा से मिटे हर विवाद। शिव की त्रिनेत्र ज्ञान का दीप, मीनाक्षी की मूर्त भक्ति का संगीत। गुरु की शिक्षा जीवन का प्रकाश, नित्यानंद का नाम सच्चाई का आकाश। ओम नमः शिवाय जपते हर पल, शिव की लीला अनोखा है खेल। मीनाक्षी संग दिव्यता की झल, गुरु के संग जग सारा चमक। जग सारा चमक, जग सारा चमक। जग सारा चमक। जग सारा चमक। गुरु के चरणों में सारा संसार, शिव की महिमा जग का आधार। पुकारे मन से भक्ति की धारा, नित्यानंद के संग सत्य का सहारा। ओम नमः शिवाय जपते हर पल, शिव की लीला अनोखा है खेल। मीनाक्षी संग दिव्यता की झल, गुरु के संग जग सारा चमक। पुराणों की कथाएं हर श्लोक में प्रकाश, शिव का तांडव ब्रह्मांड का वास। गंगा की धारा गुरु का उपदेश, नित्यानंद का प्रेम सब कुछ विशेष। हर महादेव गूंजे गगन, शिव की शक्ति अद्भुत है अगन। भक्ति का सागर लहरों का नाद, गुरु की कृपा से मिटे हर विवाद। गुरु की कृपा से मिटे हर विवाद। ओम नमः शिवाय जपते हैं पल, शिव की लीला अनोखा है खेल। मीनाक्षी संग दिव्यता की झल, गुरु के संग जग सारा चमक। जग सारा चमक। पुराणों की कथाएं हर श्लोक में प्रकाश शिव का तांडव ब्रह्मांड वास गंगा की धारा गुरु का उपदेश नित्यानंद का प्रेम सब कुछ विशेष हर हर महादेव गूंजे ये गगन शिव की शक्ति अद्भुत है अगन भक्ति का सागर लहरों का नाद गुरु की कृपा से मिटे हर विवाद शिव की त्रिनेत्र ज्ञान का दीप मीनाक्षी की मूर्त भक्ति का संगीत गुरु की शिक्षा जीवन का प्रकाश नित्यानंद का नाम सच्चाई का आकाश ओम नमः शिवाय जपते हर पल शिव की लीला अनोखा है खेल मीनाक्षी संग दिव्यता की झल गुरु के संग जग सारा चमक जग सारा चमक जग सारा चमक
Nithyanandam, welcome to all those of you who are joining us for today's live Nithyananda Yoga session. For us to get started, do come and settle down on your yoga mat, your back straight. As we start with the Sadguru Vandanam, invoking the presence of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam, to manifest through each and every one of us as we start today's Nithyananda Yoga session. Let's start with the Sadguru Vandanam. Connect to Swamiji in your inner space. Nithyanandam Paramasukhadam Kevalam Jnanamurtam Tattvamasya Dilaksham Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadhi Sakshibhutam Bhavahitam Gunahitam Sadgurum Tam Namaami. The next step of Nithyananda Yoga is the chanting of the Shivamula mantra, invoking the presence of Paramashiva himself here. Beautifully, the Agamas reveal that the Mula mantra of a deity is like the soul of a human body. With that mantra, when we chant it, we manifest Paramashiva so powerfully here through us at every step of the process. We will be chanting the Mula mantra 11 times. Make sure you are chanting it internally within your inner space, not verbalizing it. We will chant it loudly so that it's easy for you to follow along.
Om Ham Haum Shiva. 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 Om Ham Haum Shivaya Namaha. 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 Om Ham Haum Shivaya Namaha.
The next step of Nithyananda Yoga is the chanting of the Tattvachamanam. The Tattvachamanam is a ritualistic cleansing of the body and mind to become a pure vessel ready to receive Paramashiva's energy through Nithyananda Yoga today. As we get started, make sure you have your Panchapatra Manudharani, the traditional cup and spoon used in puja, filled with fresh water. Place your right hand in the Gokarna Mudra, bending the index finger and slightly cupping your palm. Take one udharani of water, put it in the center of your palm. Sip the water that flows through the base of your palm at the end of each of the following mantras. Om Atma Tattvam Shodhayami Swadha. Om Vidya Tattvam Shodhayami Swadha. Om Shiva Tattvam Shodhayami Swadha. Wash your hand with the water. With the base of the right hand thumb, wipe your upper and lower lip from right to left along with the following mantra. Om Ham Hridayaya Namaha. Wash your hand. With the index, middle and ring fingers joined together, touch above your upper lip and below your lower lip. Wash your hand. With the index finger and thumb joined together, touch your right nostril, left nostril. With your ring finger and thumb joined together, touch your right eye, right ear and left ear. Wash your hand. With all the fingers, with your base of the right hand, thumb and little finger joined together, touch your navel center, right chest and left chest. And with all the fingers of your right hand joined together, touch the top of your head, your right shoulder, left shoulder, and your heart center. With that now, let us enter into today's Nithyananda Yoga by chanting the Sankalpa, the creation of the conscious intention. How you want to manifest yourself today as you do Nithyananda Yoga. Hold your conscious intention in your inner space. And as we chant the Sankalpa, you will see that energy, that manifestation happening because that is the conscious intention you are making. For the Sankalpa, place your right hand over your left, clasping your palms together. Place both your hands on your right thigh. Sit straight as we chant the Sankalpa mantra.
ॐ ममोपात्त समस्त दुरितक्षयद्वारा भगवच्छ्री नित्यानन्द परमशिव प्रीत्यर्थम् श्री नित्यानन्देश्वरी परमशिव शक्ति समेत श्री नित्यानन्देश्वर परमशिव प्रीत्यर्थम् च शुभे शोभने मुहूर्ते अद्य ब्रह्मणः द्वितीयपरार्थे श्री श्वेतकल्पे वैवस्वतमन्वन्तरे अष्टाविंशतितमे नित्ययुगे प्रथमे पादे जम्बूद्वीपे भारतवर्षे भरतखण्डे मेरोः दक्षिणे पार्श्वे शताब्दे अस्मिन् वर्तमाने व्यवहारिके प्रभवादीनां षष्ट्याः संवत्सराणां विश्वावसूनां संवत्सरे दक्षिणायने श्रीलक्ष्मीवेङ्कटेश्वर ऋतौ शुभम् एवं गुणविशेषविशिष्टायाम् अस्यां शुभतिथौ श्रीहरिदासोन्नतद्वादशान्तश्यामलापीठारूढ परशिवपुत्र भगवान् श्रीमन्तं शिवकरुणासंहितं सर्वजनसद्यो निर्वाण दीक्षा व्यापवर्गवर्ष विश्राण जीवूत पर्वतकल्भकेसरी शैव सिद्धान्तस्थापनाचार्य श्रीराजाधिराज पाण्ड्य महाराज गुरु शकल शाक्यादि महांधकार ज्ञान भानु वीक्षण नरहार ध्वजोच्छेदन पूर्वक श्रीमद्वशभध्वज स्थापक शैव समेत सर्वज्ञ पीठारूढ़ श्री जगद्गुरु श्री ज्ञान संबंध देशिक स्वामी वागीश सुंदर माणिक्य वाचक स्वामिना अवतार भूत श्री ज्ञान संबंध स्वामी गुरुरुद्धृत श्यामला पीठ सर्वज्ञ पीठ तृणपत्युत्तर द्विशततम गुरु महासन्निधान अरुणगिरि योगीश्वर परंपरागत अरुणाचल सर्वज्ञ पीठ गुरु महासन्निधान कैलास परंपरागत कांची कैलास सर्वज्ञ पीठ त्रयस्त्रिंशत्तर द्विशततम गुरु महासन्निधान नित्योत्सव नित्य मंगल नित्य कल्याण नित्य रचित कैलास परंपरागत आदि कैलास नित्यानंद पीठ महासंस्थान महासिंहासन पीठ कर्त्र साक्षात् श्री परमशिव समुद्भूत कैलास परंपरागत वैवस्वतमनु इक्ष्वाकु हरिश्चंद्र भगीरथ श्रीरामचंद्र शूरसेन इत्यादि अनवच्छिन्न सार्वभौम चक्रवर्ति परंपरागत चतुष्षष्टि योगिनी वंदित चतुष्षष्टि संप्रदाय प्रवर्तक वंधर्व शासन सूर्यवंश सर्वज्ञ पीठ सुरांगी साम्राज्य मूर्धा चूड़ामणि साक्षात् श्री परमशिव कैला कपिल पुनरुद्धृत महानिर्वाणि पीठ अष्टोत्तर सहस्र श्री महामंडलेश्वर साक्षात् श्री परमशिव समुद्भूत श्री महागणपति समारंभ छिन्न पीठाधीश्वर दुर्परंपराप्त अतल पीठ अष्टोत्तर सहस्रतम अष्टोत्तर सहस्र श्री अतल पीठाधीश्वर स्वर्ग पुरस्वर्ग पीठ संविधान कैलास परंपरागत आदिपीठ सर्वज्ञ पीठ जगद्गुरु श्री कैलास पुनरुद्धारक श्री कैलास परमाचार्य श्रीमद् परमहंस आचार्य सच्चिदानंद श्रोत्रनिष्ठ श्रीमद् जगद्गुरु श्री लक्ष्मी भगवत श्री नित्यानंद परमशिव ज्ञान संबद्ध देशिक परमाचार्य स्वामिनां प्रीत्यर्थं तेषां पादारविन्दयोः भक्तिसिद्ध्यर्थं गुरुकृपाकटाक्षसिद्ध्यर्थं क्षेमस्थैर्य वीर्य विजय आयुरारोग्य ऐश्वर्याणाम् अभिवृद्ध्यर्थं धर्मार्थ काम मोक्ष चतुर्विध फलपुरुषार्थ सिद्ध्यर्थं मम समस्त दुरितोपशान्त्यर्थं समस्त मंगलार्थं भगवत् श्री नित्यानंद परमशिव प्रसादेन सप्तम्बस्य ज्ञानवैराग्य जीवन मुक्ति प्राप्त्यर्थं पूर्ण आरोग्य युक्त दृढ़गात्र यौगिक शरीर सिद्ध्यर्थं परमशिव शक्ति आविष्करणार्थं नित्यानंद योगाभ्यासं करिष्ये।
Wash your hand with the water from the Panchapatra. Om Apaupasprisya. You can now place your Panchapatra Manudharini a bit farther away from you so that it doesn't disturb you as we get into Nithyananda Yoga today. Let's start with some stretches, warm-ups for our entire body, preparing ourselves to do the asanas that we have for today. Start with rotating our ankles in a circular motion. Giving yourself a nice stretch. And in the opposite direction, giving your ankles a nice stretch over here. Now point your toes and flex your toes. Point your toes and flex it. Point your toes and flex it. Perfect. Now coming up onto your feet. Bring your hands to your knees and start to rotate your knees in a circular motion. Giving them a nice stretch in all the directions, loosening them up. Getting the blood flowing. And in the opposite direction. Your knees in the opposite direction, getting a nice stretch. Now bring your hands to your hips. Start to rotate your hips in a circular motion, pushing them wide apart, giving yourself a nice stretch. Feel it in your hips, in your back, in your thighs, and in your stomach. Feel yourself rotating completely. and the opposite direction. Rotate your hips in the opposite direction, opening them up wide. Okay. Next, come to a seated position on your mat. Start to twist your torso from side to side, giving your chest and shoulders a nice opening over here. Twist your torso from side to side. Feel it in your shoulder blades, in your chest, in your shoulders, all of it opening up as you're rotating. Perfect. Now bring your hands to your shoulders and start to rotate your arms in a circular motion, getting a nice deep stretch over here. Sorry for the technical glitch. Yes, let's continue our stretches for our shoulders, giving yourself a nice rotation over here. Push your ankles, your elbows forward, giving your shoulders a nice opening stretch. And in the opposite direction now, pushing your elbows backwards, opening up your chest wide apart, wide open. And coming to our last stretch for our neck. Rotate your neck in a deep circular motion. Opening up your neck completely. And with that, let us enter into our first asanas for the day. The first asana we're going to be doing today is Ardha Paschimottanasana. So first we'll be showing you how the asana is done. In Ardha Paschimottanasana, you're going to be extending one leg forward, with one leg at your perineum and completely leaning forward and down. This is going to be Ardha Paschimottanasana. Let's look at how you can master it step by step. First, starting by opening up your hips. Come to a position on the mat with both your feet joined together. Over here, you're going to start to first keep your feet at a comfortable distance from your body. So you can keep your feet neither too close nor too far away. So neither too far away nor too close. Start off at a comfortable distance where you find your knee lowers to the ground the easiest. So if you keep it here, let's say you have no gap. But if you keep it a bit farther away, immediately the gap comes. Or if you bring it closer towards the body, the gap is very high. So keep your leg at the exact position where the gap between your knee and the ground is at its minimum. And hold it there. Sit in that position for a few seconds to let your muscles get used to it. Where you are most comfortable, first come to that position. Let's hold it for the chant of 3 Mahavakyas initially to start off with. Om Nitya Paramashivam. Om Nitya Paramashivam. Om Nityananda Paramashivam. Now from this position, what you can do, you can try to bring slowly your legs a bit closer to your body. Just go 1 inch closer. Now the minute you go a little closer, because it's not your most comfortable spot, you will feel your thighs, your knees start to raise and the stretch becomes more intense. Now over here, try not to keep your back bent. The minute especially when the stretch happens, you'll have a tendency to bend your back to soothe the stretch. But if you do that, your knees will automatically come up. The minute you bend your back, your knees will come up and the asana will not happen for you. So keep your back straight. Try to keep your hips forward and then push your knees towards the ground. So keep your hips completely forward and that will help you push your knees towards the ground. You can also use the support of your hands to keep pushing it towards the ground. And from this position, once you're comfortable, take a few seconds here and then pull it closer towards your body. Pull your feet a bit closer towards your body. This is the way progressively, step by step, you will go. So you might find that if you're doing this today, you're able to get to a point where you can bring your knees to the ground at 4 inches gap from your perineum, or at any number it could be. At one point you'll feel, okay, over here today I'm able to keep my hips straight, bring my knees to the ground. Yes. So that'll be your first step. Then the more you do it, every day you work. So today you are at a 1 handspan distance from your perineum. Tomorrow I'm going to reduce this by half an inch. Each day working on reducing the gap, and when you reduce the gap, push your knees to the ground. Hold it there. Now when that stretch comes, you immediately your tendency will be to recoil from the position. Do not do that. Continue to stay there itself. Continue to stay in that position, bringing your knees to the ground, pressing them towards the ground, loosening up your inner thighs. You can bring your feet now as close to your perineum as possible. The ultimate goal is to be able to completely touch the perineum with the heels of the foot without any gap over here. So once you're in that position, as close as towards your perineum as possible, again try to push your knees as low as you can towards the ground. And let us hold it here for the chant of 5 Mahavakyas. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. 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 Now you can slowly relax. Bring your hands off your knees, slowly loosening up your legs. Bring them to a cross-legged position. That is the initial stretch for opening up our thighs. So as you're doing this, how your experience was, how did you feel the stretch? Please do share it with us in the chat section, in the live chat. How you're able to experience it as you're doing today's Nithyananda Yoga stretches. Now, the next stretch that we're going to be doing is you're going to be coming into a position sitting between your heels in the Garudasana 3 position. Bring your hips between your heels, keeping your heels outside your hips. Over here, you're going to be sitting on the ground and slightly spreading your knees apart. Immediately, you will feel a deep stretch starting inside the inner part of your perineum. So make sure you're keeping your legs apart outside your hips. Keep your back straight again. And let us hold it here for the chant of 5 Mahavakyas. Om Nithyananda Paramashiva. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Slowly relax now. In the same position with your knees spread apart, try to lower your torso to the floor. So giving yourself a nice stretch over here. Try to lower your torso to the floor, getting a deep spinal extension as well as the thigh flexibility, which will really help us during Ardha Paschimottanasana. Let us hold this here for the chant of 3 Mahavakyas. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Slowly relax. Get back up to your seated position now. Next, we're going to be entering into another deep stretch for us to master Ardha Paschimottanasana. Ardha Paschimottanasana basically means you're going to be stretching your legs out and leaning forward, getting a very deep extension for the hamstring. So to work on the hamstring, what you're going to do is you're going to come to a lunging position, a Bhairaganatasana position. And from here, you're going to be pushing your hips backward. Push your hips backward. Not forward, push your hips backward, stretching your front leg out straight. Now, bring the back knee to the ground so you can stretch your left leg in front with your right leg behind, bringing your right leg to the ground and left knee in front. Now from here, you're going to be trying to lower your forehead and body towards your straightened knee. This will give you a deep, intense stretch for the hamstring muscles, which will help you to do Ardha Paschimottanasana. So come to the position and push your hips backward, more and more bouncing in place, trying to bring your forehead towards your knee, deeper and deeper. Push here for a few seconds as we chant the Mahavakya 5 times. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Slowly relax now. Repeating this on the other side. Try to bring your right leg in front this time. And push your hips back towards the ground. Keeping your back straight, try to lower your forehead towards your knee as much as you can. Slowly, inch by inch, pushing yourself lower and lower. Feel the stretch there as we hold it for the chant of 5 Mahavakyas. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Slowly relax now, coming out of that position. As we move into doing Ardha Paschimottanasana itself. So for Ardha Paschimottanasana, you're going to be bringing one foot to your perineum with your other foot extended out straight. And lean forward and down, lowering your forehead towards your extended knee. Slowly, inch by inch. So first what you can do is, you can reach for your extended foot. Try to first stretch your arms out in front of you straight. And reach for the toe in front of you. Just try to reach for the toe. Keep everything else straight. Your back straight, your knees straight. Just reaching for the toe in front of you. Try to push your hips forward. If you're finding it difficult to hold on to your toe, just with the force of your hips, pushing your hips slightly forward, you'll be able to reach the toe. Now let's hold it here for the chant of 2 Mahavakyas to start off with. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Now from that position, slowly try to bounce and lower yourself forward, deeper and deeper onto your straightened position. Holding onto your toes, try to lower yourself lower and lower down towards the mat. Trying to first bring your hips forward, bringing your navel center towards your thighs. That is the first step of this. So after you reach for your toes, now you might have a tendency that you bend your back when you reach forward and down. Do not do that. Keep your back completely straight. And lean your torso down first. So if you see here, as you lean forward and down, the first leaning position will not be your head. So if you bend your back and do it, your head will become your leading one and you will strain your shoulders. So your head will not lead. Straighten your arms out and lean from your lower torso. So you will actually see the fold happening at the torso level. The fold will not be happening in the back or in the neck, but at the torso level. And that is how you know that you're doing the asana properly. So from the torso, again, the torso level, from here at hip level, bend forward and down. So the first thing that will reach is your stomach. Your torso area will first reach the thigh, and only after that will you see the head, chest, and all following. And then you will bring your forehead towards your knees and bring your forearms to the ground, your elbows to the ground. Now, if you find that you need help in this position, one thing you can do is you can take the help of a partner to help you push your back down. So they can help you by putting the weight on your lower back, pushing you down. So when they're helping you, remember, they should not be pushing on your shoulders. Do not ask them to help you like this. You can get the help of a partner by pushing on the lower back. So you will feel that stretch and it will really help you to go lower into the asana. Exactly on the lower part of the back, if they push, you'll see that the asana becomes much easier for you to. So let's hold the full Ardha Paschimottanasana on one side now for the count of 5 Mahavakyas before repeating this on the other side as well. Okay? So now lean forward and down. If you need the support, you can ask the partner's support to push down on your lower back and hold here for the chant of 5 Mahavakyas. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 And now you can slowly relax. And let's repeat this on the other leg as well. So switching your legs around now, bringing your right leg towards your perineum with the left leg extended out in front of you. Again, start the same process. First, stretch your arms out and just try to touch your toes. Without doing anything else, just try to touch your toes with your back completely straight. Again, even in this step, do not rotate the back. Do not roll the back into a hunch position. Keep it completely straight. The more straight you keep your back, the deeper stretch you will be getting. Holding here for the chant of 3 Mahavakyas. Om Nithyananda Paramashiva. Om Nithyananda Paramashiva. Om Nithyananda Paramashiva. Now slowly relax and move on to the next step of Ardha Paschimottanasana, leaning forward and down now. Not just holding on to your toes, but also bringing your torso to the ground, your forehead to your knees as much as you can, and bring your forearms on the ground. Try to bounce in that position. As we chant the Mahavakya 5 times, just try to go deeper and deeper. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Take a moment to relax. With that, we're going to be entering into doing the asana with all the 11 components. all the 12 components. So now you have mastered the asana with just the asana aspect of it, the physical aspect of it. Now in the next step, we're going to be mastering all the 11 components of it. So the first step which you're going to do in this asana is the visualization. As you're doing Ardha Paschimottanasana, visualize yourself as the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam, manifesting within your inner space. Visualize the form of Swamiji's body as you do Ardha Paschimottanasana. Do the Vaishnavi Mudra, the Jivachala Kumbhaka. The Jivachala Kumbhaka is where you're going to inhale and hold your breath. Then feel consciously with the force of your will, move the prana through all the limbs of the body using your mind alone. So just using the power of your visualization, feel the prana, move the prana towards every limb in your body. That is the Jivachala Kumbhaka. Clench your perineum in the Mula Bandha with the japa of Om Nithyananda Paramashivam in your inner space. And do the Ardha Paschimottanasana, leaning forward and down. एकं पादं प्रसार्य एकं पादस्य पार्ष्णिना सीवनी सम्पीडत्य हस्तद्वयेन प्रसारितपादाङ्गुष्ठं धृत्वा जानुपरि मस्तकं न्यसेत् अर्धपश्चिमतानं भवति. Slowly relax, coming back up. Take a moment to loosen out your legs, stretch them out in front of you. As we enter into our next asana for the day, which is Kraunchasana.
So we are now going to be entering into Kraunchasana. And the first step for us to do Kraunchasana is going to be for us to enter into Bhadrasana. But in Bhadrasana, we're going to have a slight twist. We are going to be entering into a much advanced variation and a much higher stretch in Bhadrasana. So to do Bhadrasana, enter into bringing both your soles of your feet together. Once you've brought both your soles of the feet together, you can take a block, any type of block, yoga block, anything which will not press together very easily due to force. It needs to be a little sturdy. And you're going to place it in between the soles of your feet. Now in Bhadrasana, if you see, you have both the soles of your feet together like this. You're going to open it up a little bit and push a block in between it. Push the block in between it, holding it. So what this is going to do is, normally in Bhadrasana, you get a stretch just how much ever your legs, the width of your legs are. When you push it more, this gives a much more deeper stretch to the complete leg muscles, especially, which is very important for us to do Kraunchasana. So just before we enter into holding this, we'll just show you once how Kraunchasana is done, such that you have an idea of what asana we are preparing and what parts of the body we are preparing to do. So in Kraunchasana, what you do is stretch one leg out and bring the other leg behind around your body. And you're going to be lifting your right leg up with your hands, balancing in Kraunchasana. So this is how Kraunchasana is done. And let us now enter into doing Bhadrasana with the block in between. So with Bhadrasana, with the block in between, you can rock your legs a bit up and down, which will help give that nice stretch to your muscles. Roll it up and down. If you want it a little more easier, if the stretch is too much with the block in between, you can spread your legs a little bit more out. Depending on how the stretch is, you need to see how much of the stretch you're able to do. But try to push yourself little more than you can. Always, whenever you're doing any asana, try to push yourself little more than you can. Take a few deep breaths. Trying to push yourself little more than you can and do the asana. Very good. Be in a comfortable position and let us now hold this for the count of 5 Mahavakyas. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. You can rock your feet to get a deeper stretch as you do this. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Just one more to go. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Slowly relax. Now wait, before you relax completely, you can do one more asana which will give a much deeper stretch in this same position, which is leaning forward. For this, you might need to push your legs a little bit forward. It depends on how much ever of the stretch you get and how much you're able to bear and how much you're able to push your body. So hold over here. Slowly what you can do is bring your forearms first to the ground. See how much of a stretch is being given to your body. Bring the awareness to your thighs, to your legs, all your muscles. Bring the awareness over there. See how the asana is opening up your body, bringing that flexibility to your body. Then slowly lower more down as much as you can, trying to bring your forehead to the ground. This will be giving you a really deep stretch. These stretches we are doing is not just for Kranchasana, because throughout the Nithyananda Yoga today, we are doing many more asanas with the same stretch between your legs and your thighs, with a similar amount of stretch in the same muscles. So when we do all these preparatory asanas, it's not just for this asana alone. It's for all the asanas we are doing today. So do this sincerely. Take a few deep breaths in this position. Forward and down. And let us try to hold over here for the count of 5 Mahavakyas. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Just one last one. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Very good. Slowly relax. Escaping from that deep stretch. Can remove the block from in between your legs now. For some time, just stretch your legs out. The deep stretch. Loosen it up a bit. Push your knees up and down. Up and down, up and down. Loosening out your legs. You can roll your legs from side to side too, to give that loosening to your body. That gave us a very nice deep stretch. And now, to prepare for us to do Kranchasana, we'll be doing the next asana, which is Jatyasana. So in Jatyasana, you're going to be coming to a seated position with your legs behind, under your butt. And then what you'll be doing is you can place your hands behind first, or catch your legs with your hands and slowly lean back onto your forearms first, and then slowly leaning back completely on your back. So what this does is this also gives a very nice deep stretch to your legs. You can see the more you stretch your legs out from under, it'll give you a deeper stretch. Your heels, if you bring them a little more outwards, they give a deeper stretch. So depending on how much you can do, equally stretch your legs out on both the sides. Equally stretch your heels out from both the sides. That will give you a very nice deep stretch. Lie down in Jatyasana. Bring that awareness. Take a few deep breaths. All of this is to bring our awareness to the muscles that is being stretched, bringing our awareness to the complete body. When the muscles are stretched in each part of your body, you bring more and more awareness to that place. Swami has described the space of easeness. If you're in that space of easeness with your body, you will be simply able to do any asana. That is why for a child, they're constantly in the space of easiness with their mind, with their body, with their complete being. So it's very easy as a child to do yoga. Swami has revealed how Ashtanga Yoga can only be taught below the age of 13. Only what you learn below the age of 13 is Ashtanga Yoga. So that space of easiness you need to bring now. When you bring it to your body, naturally it comes to your mind. As an adult, it becomes much more harder for that space of easiness because of the constant negative talk that we have inside. The distinction, the duality which we continuously create. So you need to bring that, one of the most powerful ways to bring that easiness to your body, which will naturally bring it to your mind, is by doing yoga. When you stretch your body, when you do each of the components of Nithyananda Yoga, you're bringing more and more easiness to your body. As and when you bring that easiness to your body, it happens to your mind, ultimately experiencing the complete space of completion, enlightenment, through the space of easiness. So let us now bring that space of easiness by, when we do yoga, Nithyananda Yoga every day, we're again and again bringing that space of easiness to our body. So in Jatyasana now, take a few deep breaths, bring that awareness and space of easiness, and let us rest over here for the count of 5 Mahavakyas. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. One last one. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Slowly relax and get up now. Carefully get up. That gave us another deep stretch in Jatyasana. So let us now prepare for us to do Kraunchasana. First, you can spread your leg behind, putting one leg behind as we do in Kraunchasana. You can put your left leg behind or your right leg behind, whichever is easier. For you, whichever leg comes easier for you to do Kraunchasana, place that leg behind. And once you've placed that leg behind, stretch your other leg out first in front. Over here, you're only going to try to catch your toes with your hands. You're going to stretch forward with your hands and try to catch your toes in this asana. So you can lift your hands up, bend forward a bit and catch your toes. You're not going to do anything else, not bringing your head to your knee. This is already a very deep stretch and this is just the preliminary asana, the preliminary part of Kraunchasana. So you're only going to try to catch your toes. Once you've caught your toes, you're going to hold over here for the count of 3 Mahavakyas. Again, take a deep breath, consciously bring the awareness to which part it is stretching in your body and hold. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Slowly relax. Now you can repeat this on the other side before we do Kraunchasana. Stretch your right leg out and bring your left leg behind. Now, and lean forward and catch your right leg. Hold over here, bringing the awareness, bringing your body to that easiness. And let's count over here for 3 Mahavakyas. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Very nice. Slowly relax. There's a very nice stretch over here. And just you can stretch your legs out once. Rotate it. Rotate your ankles a bit also. Give us a nice stretch in Kraunchasana. One more asana just before we enter into Kraunchasana, which we are going to be doing, is to give that little bit of a nice stretch to our leg, is coming to a lying down position first, with your knees pointing up. First, take your right leg, bend it in between, in front of your left thigh. Bend your right leg in front of your left thigh, catching it with your hands. Then hold your left knee and pull down. So what this will do is, this will again stretch it out. See, every asana which we do, one part is doing it properly. The other part is when you bring the awareness. Again, bringing that awareness will make you actually see the stretch happening. You need to feel the stretch happening. When you feel the stretch happening, it happens to you. So hold it behind over there, pull it towards your chest, nice and tight, and see where the stretch is happening in your body. It will be happening in between the thigh of your right leg. The thigh of your right leg and the joint will be stretching. So hold over there. You can rock yourself a bit also in that position to get the proper comfortable stretch over there. Let's hold over here for the count of 5 Mahavakyas. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Very good. Slowly relax. Now bring your left foot behind your right thigh. You can see how it's done. And pull it towards your chest. Let us hold over here for another count of 5 Mahavakyas. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Very good. Slowly relax, coming back to a seating position. It will give us a very nice stretch. And let us now enter into doing Kraunchasana. So in Kraunchasana, you're going to be visualizing yourself as a crane in Kraunchasana. you're going to be doing the Jivachala Kumbhaka. In the Jivachala Kumbhaka, we'll demonstrate and show you how the Jivachala Kumbhaka is done. You're going to be inhaling through the nose, hold the breath, then with the force, move the prana through all the limbs of the body by using your mind alone. The inhaling of the prana, the inhaling of your breath should be with such a force that when you inhale it, the visualization of all the prana moving through all the limbs of your body, rejuvenating your complete body should be there. Then you can slowly exhale. So that's how the Jivachala Kumbhaka is done. Make sure you're consciously visualizing and you're doing this as you do Kraunchasana. It's very important that you do the Kumbhaka, the pranayama given along with the asana. Each component has its own unique contribution to your body, to your consciousness in each asana. It's each a unique component, and you're going to be visualizing yourself as a crane in Kraunchasana. Crane is Krauncha. In Sanskrit, it's Krauncha. And in Kraunchasana, you'll be visualizing a crane. So this visualization also, the visualization you do is a super conscious mutation to your body. Each visualization you do, which is also one very important part. Then the bandha, you're going to be doing mula bandha, which is sealing your perineal fluid. That's all. You're going to be chanting the japa of Om Nithyananda Paramashivam and doing the Vaishnavi Mudra as you do Kraunchasana. So let us now enter into doing Kraunchasana together. Place your left foot behind, lift your right leg up with your hands pointing upwards, and let us now hold Kraunchasana. उत्तानपादं क्रौञ्चं च मरीचिं वीरभद्रकं नटराजं त्रिकोणं च सुप्ताङ्गष्ठप्रसारणे. Slowly relax. Let us repeat Kraunchasana on your left side too. Bend your right leg, remove your left leg and lift it up and hold it towards the sky in Kraunchasana. उत्तानपादं क्रौञ्चं च मरीचिं वीरभद्रकं नटराजं त्रिकोणं च सुप्ताङ्गष्ठप्रसारणे. Slowly relax. Back to normal seating position as we enter into our next asana.
The next asana we're going to be doing is Urdhva Paschimottanasana, where we're going to be working on getting a deep stretch deeper into our legs. First, we'll be showing you how this asana is done before guiding you through step by step how you can master it. For Urdhva Paschimottanasana, you're going to be bringing one leg behind your neck, and from here you're going to lean forward and down, stretching your arms out, bringing your forehead to the ground. So this is a variation of Urdhva Paschimottanasana, but with your leg over your head, making it as Urdhva Paschimottanasana. Let's start off first by opening up our hips. Bring your foot into your hand in a creating position and start to open up your hips by moving it back and forth. Start to rock your leg back and forth in front of your chest, giving a deep stretch, opening up your thighs. So as you're doing this, try to keep your heel at the same level as your knee. So try not to drop it down as you're doing it, but keep it at the same level as your knee. And the emphasis should be on the rotation outwards. So not on the rotation inwards, but on the rotation outwards. That is where you will be stretching out your thigh in the exact way that you need to be able to bring one leg behind your head, which is the first part of Urdhva Paschimottanasana. We have already stretched out our legs, our spine quite deeply to lean forward and down, the shins, the hamstring. Now we need to stretch out the inner thighs and the hips to be able to bring one leg over your head. So rotate back and forth for a few seconds. And repeat on the other side. So you can drop your right leg now and pick up your left leg, holding it in between your hands and rocking it from side to side now. Again, rock it back and forth with the emphasis on the outward motion. Okay, and relax. Next, you're going to come into Nithyananda position. So bring your right leg over your left and your left leg underneath your right, crossing the knees and ankles straight over each other. Now, one important step in this position, you have to see that your knee is resting on your ankle and your ankle is resting on your knee. This part should be in a straight line. So if you have a reference, you can take a reference to see. If both your shins have to be in the exact straight line. That is how you're going to be doing this asana. In this position with your legs in a straight line, immediately you will start to feel the stretch actually. So from here, lean forward and down. Again, do not try to bend just your neck alone. When you do it, try not to just bend your neck and go down, but do not do that. Try to push from your lower back down, bringing your forehead to the ground as much as you can. If you find that it's too difficult for you to bring your forehead on the ground, you can bring your forearms to the ground and hold it here like this. So wherever it's most comfortable for you, not just comfortable, wherever you're getting the maximum stretch and you're able to hold it there, do that. And let us hold it here in this position for the chant of 3 Mahavakyas. Om Nitya Paramashivam. Om Nityananda Paramashivam. Om Nityananda Paramashivam. Slowly relax, coming back up. Next, what you're going to do, you're going to be stretching one leg back and bringing one leg forward in the position of Ardha Kapotasana. So your left leg will be at your perineum with your right leg extended backwards. Now the main position of this is not for just your hip stretches, but it is to open up this muscle in the thigh. So because of that, you're going to be bringing your leg out to a 90-degree angle. Bring your foot to a 90-degree angle and try to shift the weight of your hips to the center. As much as you can, try to shift the weight of your hips to the center, facing your torso forward. Facing your torso towards your knee. And you're going to be trying to lean forward and down. So you're going to bring your leg out into a 90-degree angle, bringing your hips straight. And you're going to try to lean forward and down in this position. Now, as much as you can, it's important that you try to bring your leg to a 90-degree angle so that you get the maximum possible stretch in this position. From here, lean forward and down, bringing your upper body to the ground. And let's hold it here for the chant of 5 Mahavakyas. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Slowly relax, come back up to a seated position and switch your legs around. Bringing your right leg in front, your left leg in front with your right leg extended behind this time. Try to bring your ankle, your heel to a 90-degree angle before leaning forward and down. Again, do not lean down with the neck, but lean down from torso first, bringing yourself flat on the ground as much as you can. And let's hold it again for the chant of 5 Mahavakyas. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Slowly relax and come back up to a seated position. The next step we are going to be working on is bringing one foot outside the shoulders. Come to a regular seated position. Lift one foot and now you're going to try to bring it outside your shoulder. You're going to try to bring your foot into your armpit and hold it behind your shoulder, pushing back with your shoulders. So use the strength of your shoulders to push your leg more and more wide open. And hold here for the chant of 3 Mahavakyas, getting the maximum stretch as possible for you. If you find that you're not able to bring your leg completely behind the shoulder, you can bring it halfway in front over the elbow. So you can bring your foot just over your elbow and push it behind, or you can bring it all the way above your shoulder, which is the maximum stretch, and hold it here for the chant of 3 Mahavakyas. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Relax now. And repeat this on the other leg now, bringing your right leg into your underarm or on your elbow. If you cannot pull it all the way up, you can place it on your elbow, but if you're able to, try to pull it all the way up behind your shoulder. And again, holding it here for the chant of 3 Mahavakyas, use the strength of your shoulders to push your leg backwards. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Slowly relax. With that, now you're going to try to bring one foot over your neck. You can start off with your left foot. Bring your left foot, cupping it in between your hands, and try to push it behind your neck now. Inch by inch, pushing it more and more back. One thing which will really help you is to open up your knee. So one thing you might find is, as you're doing it, try to push your knee backwards. The more you push your knee backwards and open it out with the strength of your hands, the more you pull your knee out backwards, you will see that this asana will become easier for you. So you will try to use your conscious force, especially with your hand, to push in your backwards. And from there, bringing it behind your neck. Now, there's two ways you can bring it behind your neck. One is you bring it from over the top of your head, you bring it behind, and in this way, your heel will be resting on the opposite shoulder. Now, the other way of doing it is you can bring your leg in from the side and just rest it behind your neck. So, this is an initial way of doing it before you become completely comfortable, resting the foot behind your neck and then eventually bringing it to such a position where you bring it to the opposite shoulder. Okay, let's repeat this on the other leg as well. So, you can relax the left leg, bring your right leg up. Again, first trying to bring it as much behind your head as possible. So you might first bring it to your ear and then even more behind until you can rest it on your shoulder, giving yourself the maximum stretch. Of course, now for Urdhva Paschimottanasana, in this position, you will be extending one leg forward and just attempting to lower yourself towards the ground. So just lightly try to lower yourself down, bringing your forehead to the knee and your arms extended forward as much as you can in Urdhva Paschimottanasana. Try this on the other side as well. Bring the opposite leg behind your neck and try to lean forward and down. Remember, in Urdhva Paschimottanasana, you're going to be visualizing yourself as the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, as Swamiji himself. So when you do the asana, hold that conscious visualization that you are Swamiji, and then that ultimate flexibility of Paramashiva will simply manifest through you to do it however it is. In this asana, you're going to be doing the Pratyahara Kumbhaka. Once come back to a seated position comfortably, and we're going to be doing the Pratyahara Kumbhaka together. Inhale deeply and hold your breath. Without exhaling now, first, in a succession. So first place your awareness on your soles of your feet, in your perineum, on your navel, on your heart, your throat, the uvula within your mouth, your third eye, the middle of your eyebrows, your forehead, and then the top of your head. So in succession, putting your awareness in all these places is Pratyahara Kumbhaka, clenching your perineum in the Mula Bandha. Even though your eyes are open, keep your gaze turned inwards in the Shambhavi Mudra. With a japa of Om Nithyananda Paramashivam reverberating in your inner space. Let's do Urdhva Paschimottanasana together now. So bring one leg behind your neck, the other leg extended forward. Bringing your right leg behind your neck. Do it with all of these components now. Bring your leg behind your head and lean forward and down with the japa, the bandha, the visualization. Feeling the breath. Inhale, hold the breath and then concentrate on the soles of your feet, your perineum, navel, heart, throat, uvula, middle of the eyebrows, forehead, and then the top of your head. Leaning forward and down into Urdhva Paschimottanasana. पश्चिमतावत् संस्थितं कृता एकं पादं ग्रीवायां धृत्वा तिष्ठेत् ऊर्ध्वपश्चिमतानं भवति. Slowly, very slowly relax yourself now. With that, we're going to be entering into our next asana. The next asana we're going to be doing is Eka Pada Mayurasana. So first we'll be showing you how to do this asana.
In Ekapada Mayurasana, you'll again be placing one foot behind your head first, and then slowly extending, lifting up your body and extending one leg behind, balancing on your arms in Ekapada Mayurasana. So this is how Ekapada Mayurasana is done. can carefully slowly come out. And we will now be entering into some preparatory asanas, stretches, and exercises for us to do Ekapada Mayurasana. So one of the very important parts in Ekapada Mayurasana first is your wrist strength. You're going to be needing a lot of wrist strength to do Ekapada Mayurasana. And to make our wrist strength, to improve our wrist strength, we are going to be doing Lolasana. So in Lolasana, come to Vajrasana position with both your legs underneath your butt and your knees extended forward. Place your hands at the two sides of your body. Rock forward, bend a bit forward, and lift up. Bend a bit forward and lift up. This is how Lolasana is done. What Lolasana does is it strengthens your wrists a lot. When you do Lolasana, your wrists get strengthened a lot. You can do Lolasana a few more times. Practicing Lolasana. Very good. This Lolasana is a very powerful asana to strengthen your wrists, not only your wrists but your arms. Your whole arm will get strengthened when you do Lolasana. You can try to hold for as long as you can. It's not a problem at all. Try to hold for as long as you can and do Lolasana.
So when you're doing Lolasana, one thing that will help you is if you have two slightly higher surfaces to place beside you. So initially you may find that because your hands are on the ground, you're not able to bring your knees much higher.
But when you have these two blocks next to you, you'll see you're already starting from a higher position. So it's now just a matter of lifting your knees off the ground. So you can use this little higher position and do Lolasana. It will be much easier for you to do Lolasana. Very nice. Now, once you've done Lolasana, you can rotate your wrists a bit to get that short loosen out of your wrists as you've just done Lolasana. The next asana you're going to do, we're going to be practicing for us to master doing Ekapada Mayurasana is coming to a splits position. So if you see in Ekapada Mayurasana, we're almost entering into a full side split. So to do the Ekapada Mayurasana properly with our leg behind our head, we're going to be practicing some splits position. So you can come stretching one leg behind and the other leg in front as much as possible first. Then bringing your leg to a 90-degree angle in front. So now if you've extended your right leg behind and your left leg in front, you're going to try to bring your left leg to a 90-degree angle. This will give you a nice stretch. Then we're going to be entering into the next level of this stretch. What you're going to be doing is, you're going to be catching the foot from behind. You can see it sideways how it's done properly. Catching when your left leg is extended, your right leg behind, you're going to catch your right leg with your right hand and bend it towards your head. So you'll see this asana will give you a very deep stretch, giving you the right stretch for you to be able to do Ekapada Mayurasana. In this asana, there is hold for the count of 3 Mahavakyas. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Slowly relax. Let us now enter doing this on the opposite side. Stretch your left leg behind now, right leg in front. lifting your left leg with your left hand and bringing it towards your head as much as possible. Performing this asana on the opposite side. Let's hold for the count of 3 Mahavakyas again. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Slowly relax. Give us a very good stretch to do Ekapada Mayurasana. And the next asana we're going to do to stretch open to master Ekapada Mayurasana will be Anantasana. So in Anantasana, how we are going to be doing it is you're going to be placing one leg. You can either choose your right leg or left leg behind your head. And slowly leaning backwards and behind as much as possible. This will give you literally the exact same stretch of Ekapada Mayurasana but on your back. That's the only difference, and not on your hands. So this is how Anantasana is done. You can try doing Anantasana. If you're unable to do Anantasana completely, we'll be showing you how you can do it without needing to put your leg behind your head. Come to the lying down position. Just try to bring your leg as close as possible to your head. You can just hold it over there. So that will give you the enough preliminary stretch needed in Anantasana if you're unable to do the whole. But otherwise, even from a lying down position, you can bring your leg behind your head, doing a proper complete Anantasana. You can repeat this on the other side now. Trying to bring it behind your head, the leg behind your head, in a deep Anantasana position. Very good. And now let us enter into the last preparatory stretch, preparatory asana for us to do Ekapada Mayurasana. For doing Ekapada Mayurasana, let us practice doing Mayurasana itself without our leg behind our head. So, in Mayurasana, what you're going to be doing is you're going to be lifting up on your knees, placing your hands on the ground, bending your hands to your stomach, and lifting up your complete body on your hands. So, this is how Mayurasana is done. That's a nice strengthening exercise. Let's hold the Mayurasana for the count of 3 Mahavakyas. Balance on your hands. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Slowly relax. And now let us enter into doing Ekapada Mayurasana together. So in Ekapada Mayurasana, you're going to be visualizing yourself as a peacock, a dancing peacock. You're going to be visualizing yourself as a peacock, performing the Pratyahara Kumbhaka. As we saw in the last asana, the Pratyahara Kumbhaka is inhaling deeply, holding the breath, concentrating, and then in succession, visualize on your soul's organs of generation, navel, heart, throat, uvula, middle of the eyebrows, forehead, and then the top of your head, the Brahmarandra. So this is how the Pratyahara Kumbhaka is done. Then along with the Pratyahara Kumbhaka, you're going to be performing the Mula Bandha. In the Mula Bandha, you're just going to be sealing your perineal floor. Along with that, performing the Shambhavi Mudra, which is turning your awareness inwards and chanting the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivam as we do Ekapada Mayurasana. So let us now enter into doing Ekapada Mayurasana. Prepare yourself to enter into Ekapada Mayurasana. Come onto your hands. Bend forward into a deep stretch of Ekapada Mayurasana. Kanthe padam prasaryekam ekapadam mayurake. This is how Ekapada Mayurasana is done. Slowly relax.
So with that, you can come to the Shavasana position. Come to a lying down position with your hands by your side. Legs extended forward. Keep your palms facing upwards, feet relaxed. Release all tension from your spine, from your chest, from your neck. Keeping your back completely straight. Visualizing yourself as Paramashiva, resting in Samadhi. Do the japa of Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham in your inner space. Do the Shakti Chalan Mudra, feeling the energy of Paramashiva rising throughout your whole body in Shivasana. Slowly start to shake your hands and legs. Then rock yourself up into a seated position. Congratulations to each and every one of you. You have successfully completed the Nithyananda Yoga. And with that, let us offer our gratitude at the feet of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam. If you had any questions, any doubts as you were doing Nithyananda Yoga today, anyways, any place you found you wanted more help, you can definitely post it in the comment section and we'll definitely help you to explore deeper into how you can master these asanas. And if you found anything particularly useful, also do share that with us. And we'll surely help you to master the asanas deeper and further. So with that, let us now, also if you want to learn deeper about this science of yoga that Swamiji has revealed more deeper from the original scriptures, you can go to the description below and click on the link in the description to learn more about this ancient science of yoga. With that, let us offer our gratitude at the feet of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism and end with the Purna Mantra. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Sarvam Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashiva Om Nithyananda. Thank you everyone. Nithyanandam. See each and every one of you joining us for tomorrow's yoga session as well.